Now I'm pulling this from memory, so bear with me. You're Max Gun Smoke, famous for your high arrest record and low kill count. Your friends at the precinct added the name Gun to your existing last name of Smoke. Creating a rather ironic label considering you've never even fired your gun in the line of duty. All of this before your 26-year-old life. Impressive. You nabbed my business associate, Mr. Fetcher, not so long ago. Now I have your partner, and you. An eye for an eye. 2 eyes for an eye. That's how I operate here. My name is Mr. Bono. I hear you've been looking for me. Alas that I found you first. Your ego must be screaming. You know, the truth can make a man feel famished, but can also make him hungrier for vengeance. No doubt you lean towards the latter. Now, stay in your seat and learn to accept the defeat. It be to your plight to put up any sort of fight. Medieval. I thank you for a job well done, tracking our man here down. Lobo has your money in the front room. You can collect it from him on the way out. Horton, I've got another job for you. Lobo, this is your next patient.
Some serious Houdini shit you just pulled.
Yeah?
How about for your next trick, you pull a gun out of your ass? Or wait, better yet, you pull a gun out of your ass.
Where's my partner?
Oh, she's being taken care of. But I wouldn't worry about her. I'd be more concerned with the small firearm I got pointed at your head. And you see, if you take one more step down that hall, I'm going to be forced to put a bullet right in your brain. And doesn't that just smack you unfairness?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't I meant to die here? I'll take that silence as a confirmation.
Lobo, the other one's up and about!
Looks like I have to clean up after Lobo again. Good night, sweetie. It's been a fun dance, but it's time to go.
I'm pulling this from memory. Your Max
Do you ever get lonely?
Lonely? I don't know. What do you mean?
That feeling like you just want to bury your head in your hands and cry, only you stop yourself because you know no one's going to be there to listen.
Is this about us again? Do you want to talk about it?
What's the point?
Ugh.
Don't get mad.
I'm not getting mad.
You're getting mad, I can tell.
Colleen, listen. I know I said after the Fetcher case we could talk about us. But the fact is, Bono's still out there, and we have to deal with it.
Will there ever be a good time for us? Because there's always going to be something, Max. Why don't you take a chance with me?
I already take enough of those.
I love you.
What?
I love you.
Don't say that.
But it's true. I do. What? What is it?
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Max.
Was that car always there?
No.
Bono's here. What?
Does, Felix Culpa live here?
Ugh.
Guess that's an invite. Nice place.
What can I do for you, miss?
Jade Vaudeville. And I take it you're Felix Culpa?
Yep. Why don't you have a seat and tell me what's on your mind?
Do you have a sore throat or something? I might have a throat lozenge in my purse.
No, don't bother. It's just an old hickey that turned into a bruised ego.
Okay.
Now, how did you find me?
You're all over the news. Felix Culpa, the 24-hour man. Mysterious private eye who solved 15 crimes within 24 hours each.
No, how did you find me?
I have my ways.
I see. Would you like something to drink, Miss Vaudeville?
No, thank you.
Well, I need a drink, so feel free to talk while I get myself one.
I'm not sure where to start.
How's about to the point?
The other day, I was cleaning in my daughter's room, and I found a tape. Only, this tape wasn't labeled, and she labels all of her tapes. So I decided to look at it to find out what it was. On the tape, my daughter, there was a man. It must have been a screen test or something. He was on the other side of the camera, giving out orders. He was telling her to give oral pleasure to the man in bed with her. That filthy excuse for a man who was in his 40s.
So?
My daughter's only 13, Mr. Culpa.
Oh. Do you have any idea who this man might be? And?
It's my brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law? Did you go to the police with this information?
I did. And you know what they told me? They made me wait in a room for an hour, and then they came back and told me to forget it. Forget it? I was in shock. How could I forget it?
Interesting.
What is?
The cops won't do anything. Sounds to me like someone's running protection of this bastard.
Who?
Only one man I can think of. His name is Mr. Bono. I guess you could call him a human resource manager of the criminal underworld.
I don't follow.
Well, basically, he watches over criminals, tucking rapists, thieves, murderers, and the list goes on. All for one low price of anything Mr. Bono asked for.
So he's a lawyer?
So here's what we're up against. Mr. Bono obviously paid off the police, and they ran cover on this guy. Changed his name, changed his appearance, and gave him some bodyguards. Pretty soon they'll run him out of town so he can start us a new life. The problem with dealing with Mr. Bono is he hires past clients in his so-called firm. His men are loyal and above all, sadistic. Why don't you write out the address of that brother-in-law's for me?
Okay.
Anyways, you can see yourself out. I'll have this licked in 24 hours.
Thanks.
Your words mean nothing to me. Come back in 24 hours. We'll discuss money.
Mr. Fetcher. Seems my business associates had some money stolen from him.
Was a lot of money?
It doesn't say. What it does say is who may have stolen the money. Seems his lawyer has turned up dead. Details of his demise are not stated. The obvious scenario, Mr. Fetcher's lawyer had access to his account and day in and day out. I'm sure, probably started as just a simple checkup to make sure all was accounted for. Pun intended. But once a man sees so many dollar signs for such a period of time, it's going to brand his eyes. I'm just thinking about it, makes my eyes burn. Anyhow, he did what any other would. Took the untold amount and ran until his body gave out. But, I'm telling you, once that adrenaline rush ran out, he realized something. Mr. Fetcher's coming up for parole. So, he's basically got two choices at this point. He can hide for the rest of his life, or he can end his life. Why would a seemingly rich lawyer steal money from a client? Especially a client as powerful as Mr. Fetcher. No, there's something missing. Some other clue in this scenario. Something else comes into play. But what that is, I presume, will remain a mystery.
Perhaps somebody doesn't want Mr. Fetcher to be released.
Explain.
What better weapon than to have your own money used against you, you know?
Oh, indeed.
Well then, Alice. You see, a dog growls when it's angry, and wags its tail when it's pleased. I growl when I'm pleased, and wag my tail when I'm angry. Therefore, I'm...
Sir. Yes, Warden. Line 1-13, it's upstairs to see you. Oh, show me. Alright, come on. Come in, quick. Mr. Chester.
Hello, sir.
Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
What's the problem?
It's not.
Go on.
I went shopping. When I came home, I saw one of my tapes was missing. And that was in place of it.
What was on this tape?
What was on this tape?
What was on the tape?
One of my films.
What? One of your films? We had a deal. We had a contract. You promised not to make any more films.
I did promise, Mr. Bono. I'm sorry. I did not make any more tapes. I'm serious. I did not make any more tapes after I signed my contract. I'm honest to God's truth.
What was on the tape? Spit it out. What was on it?
It was a movie called Alice in Wonderland. My niece was starring in it. She was pleasuring a giant caterpillar man who was inside one giant sleeping bag, and inside 8 guys there was holes cut out for their penises in, and the torso was played by one pretty boy.
Stop. Listen, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna meet this asshole at this place.
You want me to meet him?
That's right. Only this time, Horton and I will be there as well. Horton, Do what you do when you do this.
I'll show myself out.
Mr. Chester, do you have any idea who this might be?
I think it was my sister-in-law. After I got protection from the cops, she was always on my kids.
I know it's her. Twisted son of a bitch. Martin, what time is it? About 3:30 now.
Hey, I heard you had to see me.
Thanks a lot. You have no idea how much this...
What did I tell you?
No specifics?
No specifics. That's right. Get the fuck out of here.
So how do you want to do this?
Location still the same?
Yeah, same time as well.
Is there something wrong with your throat, man?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Are you sure you and I...
Trust me.
Alright. See you at 6 p.m. then.
Don't you even want to know what he looks like?
You'll be there. I'll just kill the other guy.
Hey. Does it get easier to live with yourself over time?
I don't follow.
After you get your mark?
It's never been hard for me. I learn not to learn about the other person.
And do you find peace?
I sleep with my ear against the wall. Waiting.
Got the time?
Oh, yeah. What?
The time.
The time?
Do you have it?
2 minutes still. Are you the one that left me the note?
No.
Sorry to bother you.
Felix Culpa, the 24-hour man. Huh. Hands up. And follow the other rules typically associated with having a gun pointed at your head. So what's your wild card? Out in the playground? One of these trees maybe? You know, this time you don't have a gag in your mouth. Last chance. What a happy reunion. Too bad your partner couldn't make it.
Large men shouldn't cast stones.
And you ungrateful goggle-wearing motherfucker. After all the jobs I gave you?
I was never one of your recycled criminals.
Can't you see this is a trap? This is Max Smoke.
I knew you looked familiar.
What's the matter? Didn't think I'd know? Well, I do. 2 years ago, you tracked me and my partner down. Did you or did you not?
I did. But there's something you need to know about.
What's that?
Champion. You think you're a motherfucking killer, huh? Let me tell you something. I've been a killer my whole life. You've just always been too many steps behind.
You're not Felix.
Nor am I Max. You look confused. Tell me something. Why are you here?
A man I used to work for.
Fetcher.
Yeah, that's right. How'd you know?
Go on.
Mr. Fetcher sent his lawyer to contact me for a job. He wanted me to mess with some of his past nuisances, so he gave me the storyline to follow. And I did. I did what I was supposed to do. No murder, no sabotage, just to get the ball rolling. Only they played me for a fool. You see, I read in the paper a few hours ago, Mr. Fetcher's lawyer had been murdered. Now, this could have happened after I talked to him, but it popped in my mind. His voice, it sounded like Felix's.
That son of a bitch!
What?
Let me get this straight. Felix was actually the one who hired you.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, this is great. This is fucking priceless. And you're here to kill him, right?
Wait a second. Wait a second. You're telling me he wanted me to find out he was playing me, and that's why he had me come here tonight?
Bingo, sweetheart. You're his pawn. Well, you, Mr. Chester, and the lawyer. All of you linked perfectly to the bigger picture.
Which is?
It's funny. My whole life I prided myself on not knowing, but tonight I needed to know. I'm talking about a man. One man who took a a life-changing event and turned it into a means to find himself. And you know what? I admire that. I admire that to no end. He played us all tonight. And in a way, he won.
But where is he now?
I killed him.
But how did he do all this?
He's just that good. Felix Culpa, the 24-hour man. Fetcher's missing money.
I had orchestrated it all. Killed Fetcher's lawyer and stole Fetcher's money. Jade Vaudeville used to work for Fetcher, but never met his lawyer. So it was easy to convince her that I was that man. She had no idea that the lawyer she spoke to and the detective she hired were one and the same, until it was too late. I weaved my way through the people I hate, turning them on one another. All of this for revenge. All of this for Colleen. All of this for me. I should stop and marvel at all that I have done. But the path I have chosen will forever follow. For my life and my soul are doomed.